Good evening, gentlemen. Lawrence of Asia here, coming at you once again from Seoul, South Korea. As usual, gonna be setting sail pretty soon, heading to either Vietnam or Thailand. 안녕하세요. Hey. So, yeah, gentlemen, guys, I want to ask you to share some of my other videos. Okay, maybe this one if it's good. But if you do see a video that you like, please share it, because I'm trying to get this channel to 1,000 subscribers. Okay, once I'm at 1,000 subscribers, I can do live streaming. So anywhere I go, I can video it real time and show you all where I'm at, what I'm doing. But if you all could help me with that goal, it'd mean a lot to get to 1,000 subscribers, right? So super windy today. I hope you all can still hear me well. But a super clear day. I'm going to show you the view below. That's what Seoul, Korea looks like. I'm actually in the area of Incheon where the airport is. It's Incheon and Seoul are more or less one place. And just going to try to show you part of the view here. But look, I want to show you these mountains, gentlemen. Can you see that in the background? Guess it doesn't really look that epic on the phone. Perhaps I need a better camera. Anyway, guys, what challenges are you facing in life? Right? What challenges are you facing? I'll tell you this. If you find yourself anxious, if you find yourself depressed, stop watching porn. Most men do watch porn. Okay, show you this view as well. This is the view down the mountain. All right. Most men are masturbating or messing around far too often. When you deplete yourself of that vital energy, gentlemen, you will find yourself being lethargic, less charismatic, and you will have no magnetism. Now, you can try to fake it, but there is a good reason why you'll find that women won't have the same response to you. There's good reason for it. It's like this, gentlemen. I heard this analogy and I love it. Okay? Imagine somebody breaks into your house, right? And you point a gun at them. Got to tighten this thing up. It's getting loose. All right. You point a gun at them, gentlemen, and they know that it's not loaded, right? Let's just say this. Let's say there's a woman, and she's around you, and she knows you have a gun, but she knows it's not loaded. How secure is she gonna feel? What kind of feeling is she gonna feel? Okay, is she gonna be scared of the gun, or is she gonna know or really care that you have a gun? Right? How powerful do you seem? Right? That's the question. How powerful are you perceived in her eyes? Right? All right, and then let's say you have a gun. Somebody breaks in the house, and you have a gun, and it's fully loaded, and she knows it. Which one is going to seem more powerful? The gun that's loaded or the gun that's not loaded? I know I got my words mixed up here a bit, gentlemen, but bear with me. That's the exact same analogy, gentlemen. It's exactly the same with you as a man when you're not on retention, when you're not honoring your seed. You do not have the same level of magnetism. You can't, right? So anyway, that'd be one tip, gentlemen. All right, things aren't going great for you. Well, have you thought, I've got so many things I carried up here on the mountain for this talk, gentlemen. All right, have you thought, I did another talk. This is my second talk today, right? So I'm doing one more talk walking down the mountain with you all. Probably upload 2 today. Have you all thought about changing locations, right? Have you thought about moving? You know, we are naturally nomadic humanity, you know, us humans, we are. As far as I can tell, as far as I can imagine, we are. Our static, stationary life is so unhealthy for us. You know, you start to feel, habit can be good, right? But and the familiar can be nice, but it also can be super depressing, right? So, have you thought about changing locations? Have you thought about moving to a new city? Better yet, have you thought about coming to Asia? Have you thought about going to Central or South America? Guys, there's a whole world out there. And you may find that you like it so much more. And you may absolutely hate yourself for the fact you didn't, you know, go overseas earlier. Guys, that's my number one recommendation. If you have never been overseas, if you have never been out of the US or Canada or, you know, whatever country it is that you're from, a lot of Americans don't travel. So, you know, you owe it to yourself to get out and travel. Could be financially you're not doing well. You know, you're not pushing yourself to the degree that you could. Or it could be that you have a talent that you're not really active on, right? You're not really acting upon. Man, my arm's getting sore walking down this mountain with this with this tripod. What else, gentlemen? What else could be? You know, it could be a girl. And what can you do to when a girl's, you know, not treating you the way you want? All you can really do, gentlemen, is work on yourself. Take some time, take some space. Don't try too hard. Don't push too much. 안녕하세요. You want to say hi? Yeah. You want to say hi on the camera? No. Girls here in Korea can be rude sometimes. Oh, that's okay. They probably don't speak any English at all, so a lot of times they're just really shy, but they also do have a culture of, yeah, they're not really polite nor sweet to people, you know, to non-Koreans. That's been my taste, and a lot of people here in Korea say the same thing. I'm not going to hold that against them. It's okay. It's all good. You don't want to assume, gentlemen. You don't want to always assume the worst. Sorry that got to switch arms again. You don't want to assume the worst, gentlemen. Leave it open. Leave it open-ended. You don't have to fixate or come to a conclusion on anything, right? If you don't know, you can stay open, right? Especially with things like with people and whatnot. You don't have to know or judge someone's character, set it in stone. You can just be open-ended about it, right? Yeah, assumptions. Guys, while I've got you here, let me go over the 4 agreements with you. One is not making assumptions. This is a great book by Don Miguel Ruiz. One is not making assumptions. Another is always do your best. So gentlemen, if you're having issues with the women, get in the gym, do your best. Be the best version of yourself. Okay. Don't make assumptions, always do your best. And number 3, I'd say, what was it? Let's see. Don't make assumptions, always do your best. All right, guys, it's failing me. The 4 agreements, I don't recall them. Maybe they'll come to me in a moment. The other 2. You guys see this stone here? Someone must have come and buried something. Well, I also did right here, right about there in the middle of the screen. Up here on the mountain, my girl and I, we had a miscarriage about a year ago. And yeah, we brought that small little fetus that came out, we brought it there and buried it. It's a little sad, isn't it? So every time I go by that place, I like to send a little prayer. Oftentimes I stop. I'm up here on this mountain quite often. So those first two agreements, though, gentlemen, we can talk about that. The 4 agreements. If you're still with me, guys, I know I'm moving the camera around a lot, so if you want to click off, that's okay. But let's see here. Always doing your best, gentlemen. When you are at your peak, physicality, when you are doing everything in your power to be the best version of yourself for a prolonged period of time, people can sense that. And women can sense that from you as well. Okay? When you are being less of yourself than you can, you don't have all the self-esteem and self-respect from yourself that you could have otherwise. If you are sabotaging your energy, gentlemen, if you are wasting your seed, you are sabotaging your energy. You are sabotaging your life force. There's no way you can have the same level of esteem and self-confidence that you could otherwise. And guys, if you're like me, for many years, I was going around, right? I realized, guys, I've been with thousands of women. And I realized that, I've had some nice girlfriends. I was with a Japanese girl in LA and I had to let her go. She was a lovely girl. But as I was traveling, I realized, I was getting with a bunch of 9s, a bunch of 8s and 9s. I don't really do 7s. And guys, I realized, I'm about to take a piss. I realized that I was never going to attract my dream girl if, don't worry, I'm not going to show you nothing. I was never going to attract my dream girl if I kept giving my energy to all these 8s and 9s that I didn't even really want a relationship with, right? It was some short-term fun. And honestly, gentlemen, it's not the way. Now, you might do that for a season. And gentlemen, I'm not saying that every man, you're going to necessarily be able to get your perfect 10. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, we all want to get the best that we can, right? And if you're continuously giving away your energy to porn, or to other women that you don't really have a strong interest in, or you've got just a mediocre interest, but you have no real long-term interest in them, you may be sabotaging your, what you want the most in life, right? So just want to caution you on that. I realized that, I was over in Bali, and I was spending a lot of time with a lot of different girls, and it was temporary fun, but my wisdom would kick in pretty regularly every week or two, or maybe every time I was with one of these girls. I was saying, when it would kick in when I'd see a girl. Every time I see a girl that I really liked, right? Maybe she'd be with another man. Maybe I'd see her in passing or something. Maybe generally, I have always talked to any woman that I had the highest interest in. Never let her pass without making an approach. Never. That's one thing about me in my life. I've always made a point about that. But nowadays, things evened out, gentlemen. Everything came full circle. I would not have been able to attract my perfect girl if I were not to have sustained or abstained rather from, if I would not have abstained from giving all my energy to other women and porn, etc., 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 right? Now, if you do want to engage, all right, guys, here's a silver lining, right? If you do want to engage, and you do want to do all that, right? Hey, you're a man. I'm the same. And here, gentlemen, if you have stayed till the end of the video, this is going to be very, very powerful, this little tidbit that I'm about to share with you. And that is something called gray tantra. You can mess around, right? You can enjoy yourself, have a great time, but just don't let it get past 70%. Just stop. Be disciplined enough to say, if it gets to 70%, if it starts to feel too good, you just stop. That'll keep whatever girl you're around wanting you even more, and it'll keep all the other women wanting you as well, because you'll still have that loaded gun. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're erect or not, doesn't matter. You will have that retention. You will remain in control, and you will remain attractive and magnetic, right? And so then, therefore, you could mess around with other women, right? And then you could still attract the one that you really want, because you still got the loaded gun. Does that make sense? All right. About to cross over the street here. I'm almost back to the car. I'm going to be selling this car and heading out of Korea very soon. In about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. All right, gentlemen. I'll just show you the parking lot, and then I will let you go. Maybe I'll share this one little thing with you. You know, you might find it interesting. This is how parking works here in South Korea. You've got a gate, and you've got these sensors. This machine here, right? You see the green and yellow writing there? Right there, that machine. It automatically reads your car when you drive up, and it knows how long you've been in here. And that's how all the parking is here in South Korea. So in a lot of ways, technologically advanced far beyond the Western world. Yeah, any parking lot you go to here in South Korea, it reads your car, it knows where you're at, right? And it knows how long you've been in there. You're being tracked the whole time. All right, gentlemen, stay sharp, stay free. God bless, I love you. And gentlemen, please send this to as many folks as you like, or share it or whatnot, and subscribe if you haven't already. Trying to get the subscribers up, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers as ASAP, as soon as possible. God bless. I love you guys. Stay sharp. Take care of yourself. All right. Peace, gentlemen. We'll see you in the next one.